our 6800, 6990, and 6878. We'll start off with 6800. This hybrid is, of course, in the Smart Stacks also. It's going to have a little bit shorter stature. If you can tell, the leaves aren't quite as wide. This is one that I've moved into my operation where I'm going to put cover crops. It's worked really well, and it's got real good yield. It's something that we can put out there that we're not going to see a yield drop in, but then we do have that shorter stature and real nice health package and a real fast dry down, that's what we're looking for with the cover crops also. So 6800, that's kind of where we've been placing that and looking at putting that into our lineup. If you want to move down to 6990, this hybrid, of course, Smart Stacked rib. A lot of you guys have planted 8063. This one's going to be a real competitor, and I think really going to outdo our 8063. It has a lot of characteristics like it has that big girthy ear, real deep kernel, really large kernel. You can just look at the ears and tell how massive and big that ear is. 6990, it's going to have a real good fall appearance, and it is going to be one that, just like 8063, it's going to respond to our high management, fungicides, all that. It's going to respond really well to that.
Yeah, I just might add, I've been doing plant height notes. I've been in corn quite a bit here last week, and I've got a couple of picks of the litter, and this is one of them. This is a new item, so I'm very interested in it.
This is brand new this year.
Yeah, really a showy hybrid, and as you said, the girthy ear is pretty impressive.
It is. It is. Okay. Our last one is 6878. This one I actually held off. It was new introduction last year. I actually held off planting the plot. Randy made me held off planting it, waiting for this hybrid to come. I put it in my plot last year, and it was right up in the top 3. It done very, very well. It didn't beat the 113 days, but it did do very well. And there again, it's very good in stress situations. You can see it filled all the way out right to the tip, and it's pretty consistent as you go in there on that. You know, real low green snap. Another hybrid that's got real good health, but it's going to be one that we're going to want to put, you know, kind of in our better soils. It'll respond a little bit better to that. So.
Just to reinforce the green snap tolerance on that, or resistance, seems to be quite good.
Yeah.
I have a very good friend that planted several of the hybrids, and this one I don't think there was a snapped. I don't think there was a snap stalk in the field. We had other hybrids that probably went 30%.
One thing about 6878, it really hides its yield. You know, some people walk this time of the year and they say, I don't know about this one. Don't let that deceive you. It puts its ear deep into the base of the stalk, and it's a yield hider.
Yep.
But not when the combine runs.
Okay.
Okay, the two hybrids I'm going to talk about today are 8023 and 8063 110-day hybrids. I'll start with 8063 because it's kind of part of the family. It's been around for a while. It's a tick taller than the 8023. I think the 8023 is a medium short, and they call 8063 a medium. Both hybrids have great vigor, emergence, and drought tolerance. The 8063 was a go-anywhere hybrid. It's just an old workhorse that we're trying to slowly put to pasture. The 8023, on the other hand, probably what sets it apart is consistent ears and the great test weight. 8023 does the best from East Central Illinois to Western Indiana. If I was to say the 8023, it's not going to be your MVP, but it's like a grinder. It's like the baseball player that's always there. Not quite the MVP, but there every day, there every year. It's just going to be a consistent hybrid.
No, not yet. All right.
I've got the next three hybrids, 8110, 8141, and 8145. 8110 is a new release for 2014, and this one we are really, really excited about. This 111-day hybrid is a smart stack. It has incredible roots and very, very good stalk. It's going to be there through the entire combining season. The other thing that we love about this hybrid, as Randy alluded to it earlier, is the variable soils. This hybrid can go on just about any type of soil. And it's not going to get that real obnoxious tall corn in areas where you get that lots of growth. It's going to still have a lower structured, it's a lower structured plant with medium ear height. The last thing that I would love to tell you about is our research in 11 and 12 showed that this thing came to the top. And I think everybody's interested in hybrids that do really well in those drought and tough, challenging years. So 8110 is the new release that we are extremely excited about, and I think it should be in everybody's lineup. 8141 is a VT Triple Pro. Bob, did you have any thoughts on 8110?
I'm watching that hybrid with great interest. It hasn't emerged from the pack in what I'm looking at, but it's going to be a contender.
Okay. 8141 we're starting to move away from. It's a VT Triple Pro that was not able to move into a smart stack, and the message that we're getting from all our customers is we want refuge in a bag. We want to simplify your life, and so we're trying to do that as much as we can. But that makes a little problem for the next hybrid that I'm going to talk about. 8145 is a GT 3000, so you still need a structured refuge with it. But if you're going to give this thing a term, you're going to call it Mr. Consistent. This thing will be there year in, year out, good conditions, tough conditions. It just does what you ask it to do consistently. But again, I have to remind you that it is not available as a smart stack.
Yeah, this hybrid I fell in love with a year ago, and I'm still in love with it. In fact, on the way over here, I called the genetic supplier to see what the status of it was. They're going to go to Duracade, and this is a candidate. They're going to put it on the male side, and they've got a souped-up female, so they think they're going to bring new life into this hybrid that it deserves it. It's a good hybrid. I really like it.
It's so consistent.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to talk about the next two hybrids, 8220 and 8301. 8220, 113-day hybrid, available in smart stacks as well. Will be in smart stacks. It's a semi-flexible ear hybrid. Populations can be 32 to 34,000. We can get them up to 36,000. An excellent choice for corn on corn. One that's got excellent stalks and roots to it as well. One that has a very good health package all the way through with a very good stay green package throughout your harvest season. One that'll stay extremely healthy for you. One that's got the excellent emergence out of the ground and very good early season vigor as well. 8301, 114-day hybrid for you. Here is one that's got a great top end yield to it with very good test weight. Another very good healthy type of hybrid. One with very good early season vigors to it as well. It's a go anywhere hybrid. It can be on your poorer soils, your heavier clay soils. You can go on your silty clay loam soils as well. Here's one that is more of a determinate ear, so we'll want to keep your pops up just to tick on it, 34 to 35,000 onto your determinate ear structure. But one that we're extremely excited on too of the health package, the early season vigor to it, and the great test weight and great grain quality behind it as well. Bob, anything on those?
Not on those. I'm waiting for the heroes.
And of course, they left the Indiana person to do the hero. I'm going to be talking about 8330 and 8388, 112, 113-day corns. Both of these, This is a semi-flex. This is more of a flex steer hybrid. Both of these are very, very good. They can go across your farm, any soil types. They are a medium and a medium short type of hybrid, so they're not going to be a super tall. You're not going to have to really necessarily worry about any green snapping. They both have very good early vigor. Bob, I think you like this one a lot, don't you?
I like them both. I'll tell you what, if you slept through the entire tour, wake up and write these two down.
They were the top two in my plot last year. Was these two?
Look at
These were the top two on a lot of plots last year.
Yeah.
Suggest to use fungicide from the 8388. Both of them got good stock quality to them, good roots. They're just kind of a must-have on your farms.
The 8330 is like sexy. It is sharp looking. The 8388 is not a beauty queen, and you're not going to fall in love with it because it's gorgeous until the combine starts popping those huge ears into the head. And they're long, and there's lots of them. There's lots of corn on that long cob.
Don't go in with a worn out feeder house chain. I'll vouch for that. It sounds like boulders going through it.
Where, Bob, on those two hybrids, you know, if somebody's wanting to step up their populations a little bit and look at on their own farm, you know, some benefits from that, where do you think a person can go with these as long as they're, you know, feeding them their groceries the way they need to be taken care of?
I can only guess right now. We actually are doing population trials this year on 4 locations, and we'll have some hard data. My gut feel is I probably wouldn't push them past about 34, 36,000 on good situations. I don't think they need a lot more than that to maximize yield.
Flex.
Yeah. We have them at 36,000 on our farm, and they look really good.
What's this plot planted at?
When was it planted?
What's the
population?
34.
Pardon?
34.
34.
34,000. And it was strip tilled.
But like John said, you know, in the tent, and John, I really appreciated those comments that you made. You have to keep this corn fed, don't you?
Yeah. Yep. Need to maximize when you're all the way through the season.
You know, you're going to push 36,000 with 113-day corn. Don't just blow some nitrogen on early season and think you're done. You got to keep these things fed. So.
One last comment on the 8330. We introduced that last year as a Triple Pro. This year we're able to be moving it into a Smart Stacks rib, so we'll be making that transition. The other really exciting thing was we had, I believe, in excess of 100 comparisons of the Triple Pro versus the Smart Stacks last year from yield data, and I believe the Smart Stacks was 5 or 6 bushels better. It was significantly better than the Triple Pro. So all the yield data and all the test plots we're talking about how they did last year was all Triple Pro, and the conversion we're finding even a better pop out of it. Go through the corn, been through there, and we'll head just right across the driveway to the tent over there in that area, and we'll go through the soybeans.